welcome. On the Retro Robin show today, we're going to be stuck in a one-way system. Lost in my Spectrum, Commodore versus Spectrum. Back to number 58, November 1988, where Crash was £1.50. And a whole lot of me, so if you love a bit of 8-bit, join me now where we have a look at some great retro fun on the Retro Robin show for the Retro Weekend. I'm too old for this. Welcome, the Retro Robin Show with me, Wayne, of course. Well, what's on today's show? We're going back to 88 again. That's right, we're going to November 1988, issue number 58 of Crash, when Crash was £1.50, where we're going to have a look at a few games from that, but unfortunately, there's so much in that one magazine that I'm going to do a two-parter. That's right, there'll be a second part in the next show. We've got a few newer games to review first, of course, and then we'll top the show off as the usual dose of Commodore versus Spectrum. So much to fit in today. Big shout out to Andy Roddick. I've just been having a great conversation with him. Also, if you're purchasing one of the new ZX Monsters from U-Maker Robots, you better hurry up because there's only a limited amount of stock, and if you're a collector, that's something you've got to have in your collection. When anybody ever makes something different and something new for the Spectrum, you must add it to your collection, surely. I've got my Monster, and I do use it. It's quite good because it's a joystick, it's your TZX player, all in one with a great display. It's Kenson as well, so it's brilliant. What else is there on today's show? Well, let's start with one of our first re-reviews. As I said, the honourable mention will be, in this particular magazine, Daley Thompson's Olympic Challenge was a crash smash. Do you know what it got? Well, it got 91%. I should have given you a chance to think and answer that yourself, shouldn't I really? But I didn't want to. I got excited and got carried away. It was £9.95 to buy on cassette, and the general price of this was about £2 more. At £12.95, so that's cool. Let's just reset the computer and move on with today's first look at a different game that I've seen posted on one or two of the medias, and of course I've watched the walkthrough. Something to do with a one-way world. I don't do one way, I do many ways, multiple ways. Reset the computer, let's move it to the loading screen. I've got to wait at the screen. I'm going to use, oh by the way, I'm using of course the Engo clone of the Spectrum next, and hopefully I'll have a next to Unreal. I'll do a big boxing on video show when it arrives. God, I've been looking forward to that. It seems like forever. If you've been a backer of the Kickstarter 2, issue number 2 of the ZX Spectrum next, you're like me, you're eagerly looking forward to it arriving. I want it now. I'll be patient, I promise you. We'll also be using the Toast Rack is providing the AY sound, and of course that was a tune on the AY Vandervolk AY version, which was done by Matthew for me quite a while back now. People do ask, what is that music? That I usually do at the start, but today I'm going to use it in the middle of the show as well. Give it a bit of full glory, because it does kind of run out a little bit. And of course we'd be using real hardware, so I'm using a Commodore versus Spectrum a little bit later on in the show. I've changed my display a little bit, as you can tell. I've put a few little extra stickers up there. The Crash emblem is up there. There's a pictualised version of Chris Bang Whoopee Wilkes at the bottom, who is responsible for bringing Crash back, of course, the annuals, etc., with Fusion magazine, which of course this show wholly supports, and will like you to please get involved, have some of that fun, get yourselves in the Crash magazine groove, get those issues coming in, enjoy the magazine all over again. Let's have a look at today's game then. Brief look at the loading screen, should there be one? Well, there isn't, there's just this. Curious. What have you got to do in this game? Well, you've got to go in one direction. You can buy extra lives if you score so many points. We're going to get straight into the game. One-way world means you can only go in one direction. I'll explain exactly. For instance, if I press up, you will go all the way up. If you press left, you will go all the way left. And you press right, you go all the way right. So you can't sort of stop in the middle of the screen, but you've got to click these, what look to be sources, and then you go to the exit. Done. Hey, great. Press 5 to continue. The keys are, of course, O, P, Q, A and space. We'll whip through a couple of screens for you. You don't want to hit that thing with like a fuse. It looks like some sort of bomb. We're done here. Gets a little bit more complicated. Now there's two little like skeleton things, and whatever direction you go, so if you press right they'll go right, if you press up they'll go up. So we've got to try and oh. And I've just lost a life, I think. Oh. Well, that didn't go to plan, did it? But we'll whip through that again. As it doesn't take long to get the first few screens out of the way. The first two screens are really easy. Then it starts to get a little bit more difficult as you go on. So it's pretty easy to game to progress through. It's a puzzle game, really. That's what I can say about it. Nice use of the colours. Quite colourful, big writing text comes up. Life costs 55, password costs 120. At the moment in coins I've got 40. So now I'm going to press up. And hopefully we're through to the next screen. I've destroyed both of them in one go. But believe me, it goes a little bit harder than that. Right, this is where it gets complicated. So I need him to go down. That can go across and I can fetch that. Now I don't know how I'm meant to get any further here. I think I was meant to collect something. Ah, job done. Try one more last go. I have watched the walkthrough, and believe me and you, it is not easy. I think in order to progress, there's something I am not doing. I can get as far as the fourth screen, I think. And then it all goes tragically wrong for me. I haven't got enough for a life yet, but don't worry, I will have soon. I'm going to collect that. No, I want them to go there, don't I? Okay, so if I can go... Just working this out, actually. Oh no, I don't want to do that, do I? Ah, now I'm in trouble. Now I'm in trouble. Okay, how do I get around this? I know what I'll do. I've destroyed both of them, so now I can buy a life. So let's purchase a life. I've got 60, so there you go. That purchase was successful. Thank you for that. And this is where I get stuck. Oh, I think I know why I get stuck now. Aha! And now, what I've got to do is to manoeuvre him around somehow. I'm going to find this hard, aren't I? Oh no, I've left the screen. I haven't collected everything. That's my points gone down, but I have oh dear. Brilliant game. I like it. It's cleverly done. It's a puzzle and it's an action game at the same time, and addictive, yes. Very playable. I've not seen a game like that before. There must have been something though. So I'm going to give that a marks out of 10, and I'm going to give it a very respectable 8 out of 10. What we're doing off screen there. Change of AY sound. The game we're going to look at is this one. The loading screen will come up. Oh, incidentally, this has got two different loading screens. That's the 1 to 8K loading screen, but what I'll do, because I want you to see the loading screens, I don't just want to... I'll go for the Lost in My World loading screen 48K. Wait to the loading screen. to press 1 to 8. It will work. That was brief. I should have prepared this beforehand, shouldn't I? Oh well, all goes horribly wrong here. We're going to go for the 128K version. I want to give it the full glory of sound, if there is any sound, of course. We'll wait till the loading screen. Handsome looking fellow I am, not him. Right, number 4, we can redefine the keys. Good stuff when you can redefine the keys, I like it. So you got left, right, jump, and... Oh, I use A for pause. Yes, of course I am, I chose them. Why wouldn't I be? Naught to start. Of course you've got Kempston and Sinclair as a choice. Oh yeah, and don't just wait there, move. I'm going to need that drink. Oh, while I'm at it, let me just pause you a second. We had Sound Clash. It's got a bit of a mixture of A1 tunes in, to be fair. Oh, I've hit pause. I've hit pause. Okay, you get 7 lives. That's fortunate for me because I'm going to need all 7. I keep thinking it's a moving platform, but it's not. I can't remember what game that was out of. Was it Technician Ted? Might have been Technician Ted. Oh no, Brian Bloodaxe. Brian Bloodaxe. So now I've collected the 2 flashing items. All I've got to do is get over to there. That's Technician Ted, isn't it? And we move on to the next screen. Oh look, we're playing notes and we've got notes playing. This could get quite tricky. Someone just text me. Oh right, okay. Oh, I'm in for the chop if I go anywhere near that. Oh, honestly. Shouldn't have come up with a bad pun, should I? Ah, how do I get up there? Oh, I know. Oh, so I've got to go down there before I can... Oh, this doesn't look fun to me. Oh, that was close. I like the way that they've done little shadows for the platforms at the back. I think that's a clever idea. This one you've got to turn into that quite quickly, otherwise you're dead basically. This screen reminds me a little bit of the Hunchback. As I rapidly lose another life. No, don't make the same mistake twice. No, let's make it 3 times. Why not? Oh. Super easy. Now I'm a platform specialist, but I hate platforms that I can't do. And now we got to the point where the AY is repeating itself. Silence there was because that's me hiding concentration. And if you die, you have to do the whole screen again. I'm over eager, that's my problem. Ooh. So you can get this on download. Please, you know, if you do play this game, please leave a tip for the coders. After all, they are doing it for free, but it's nice to have some sort of reward for all their hard work. You know, I'm sure back in the day they'd have been paid for their work. Probably not very much, depending on which software company they work for. I'm going to do it this time. I promise you, I'm not going to make any silly mistakes whatsoever. Famous last words. I hate this screen. I hate this game. I hate this. No, I really don't. I like it. I think the AY's changed, and I'm trying to name them as I go along, but unfortunately, you know, the problem with black and white really causes my autofocus to play up a little bit. Okay. That's Manny Minor, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Do I jump when he's going down or jump when he's going up? Going when he's down. No chance. Yes! So you get the general idea? This looks like it's going to... Oh. I think that green at the bottom is like a fluid type substance that he's representing, and you could potentially die, which I don't need to drop in that to do. Oh, game over after all that. Okay, I'll get the message. Oh, good. Oh no, perhaps I should delete that. Poo play. Pretty good game, enjoyed it, nicely done with the platform, good AY sound on the 1 to 8K, a little bit repetitive I do find, but jumping from platform to platform is challenging enough, good use of colours. I'm going to give that one, I'm going to give that a 7.5 out of 10, one for you to have a go. There are platforms that are similar to that, but I always like to see something quite new. So let's move on to the next game. Just selecting the right tab, I think we'll wait for the loading screen. I don't think there's any AY music in this, so we can leave that playing in the background. Just reading it. So we get a bleeper sound. Should we pause this as you know? Let's carry on anyway. Press start to continue. Right, this is a puzzle game. And I shouldn't have done that because now I can't complete the puzzle. Right, first thing we do is we go up and we fill up that gap there with that block. Then we have to... and now because I've gone too far, I'm dead. So basically what you can do is get to that in the bottom there, down the corner. But you need to push the appropriate blocks in the right way to get there. That block will drop in there. It's a puzzle game. So now I can... Have I messed up here? I think indeed I have. And there goes another block. Right, I need to push the other block first. I need to push this block first, that's right. Go up the ladder. There's no colour clash because it's basically just one big block. It just blocks out the entire ladder. And of course you've got a time which is running up. The longer it takes, the less points you get, I believe. And there's the first screen complete. And it gets a little bit more complicated. The key to this is not to click that first. And the wavy type lines going up, when you walk into them they'll disappear, so just pretend that they're not there. It takes a few seconds for it to drop. It's running like a basic game, so it could be a basic game, apart from the AY sound of course. The screen is done. Level 2 cleared. Now as you progress it gets a little bit more trickier. Perhaps I shouldn't have done that. Drop that down there first of all. Now if we go down the ladder I can push that all the way across. That's good. Yep, I've got the hang of this one. It's a little bit slow on its dropping down, but the game itself is quite playable. And I think I've just got myself stuck. So let's give it a rating. I think, I'm not sure, it seems like it's next to basic. Because of the block is squarer than necessarily. I need to have a look, I'll have a hack of it later on. But if there is any code, the graphics are quite done. It's probably done using the sprite editor, I should think. Interesting game. It's a puzzle. It's quite good. I quite liked it. I liked it a lot. So I'm going to give that. It's a little bit similar to one or two I've played in the past. A bit like a Boulder Dash game in a way, isn't it? I'll give that a 7.5 out of 10. One for you to try, and maybe want to get whet your appetite and enjoy, of course. Right, let's move on to the next game. Before we go on to the Crash reviews, of course, the re-reviews, let's have a look at the last game I've come across. Sophie! I actually did tip the coder when I purchased this one. I don't think there's any sound in it. And this is a new game. I've not really got into playing this. And we had a brief look at the loading screen. 2017 and copyright 2021. 2021. All your relevant information is there. Right, what keys do we use? Okay, so you use space to go along. Press enter to select. Oh, that's for code, which we haven't got. I'm not going to go there. Keys, yes. Oh no, perhaps I should use joystick. Right, let's try joystick for a change. And now we'll get into the game. Oops. My joystick's stuck down quite well. Oh yes, and we'll pause this while I turn off the sound clash. Right, you need to avoid everything here. Unlike that. You got 5 lives. You can fire, but it's best to save all your ammunition. Oh, and if you change screens, you notice the monsters can change. Oh, sorry, the baddies. Oh, and when it's flashing like that, it means I'm invincible. But I knew this already. I'm using up all my bullets here. I want to get him. Can I go up here? Ah, yes, of course I can. Ooh, change of AY. So I believe I can collect that. Yeah, got a skull, whatever that means. And now I can purchase things. So I'm going to purchase. I've just used a load of these up, so I'll buy them. I think you've got to be exactly on it, or have I got not enough credits? Oh, you press up. You press up. I've just bought a load of bubbles, so if I press up, have I got any of those? Can't be so excited, that's it. Ah, it's taking all my credits away, so I can't buy anything else. Okay, let's get out of here. Which is easier said than done. Got it! Right. Come here, night man. I'm going to waste a few bullets on you, obviously. Just use some bubbles. Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, that got me unawares. Anyway, while I'm flashing, let's take a run for it. Oh, this is where it all becomes horribly wrong for me. You've got to time them both exactly the right time, have you? Okay. Ah, someone else must collect. Oh, I didn't know that was going to drop, did I? Yeah, that's a first for me. The first time I've actually played it. God, must admit I quite enjoyed it. Sophie, I'm going to give that an 8.5. 8.5 out of 10. Good music in the background. Gets you into the game. It's going to be fun working out what to do with that but definitely I liked it. So there's was that four? Was it 4 games I've actually just reviewed there? I've gone and reviewed, so let's move on to the Crash re-reviews of 1988. I'm going to load the TZX file of this. I'm going to load it in 28 megahertz, so it's going to load really fast. Just so as we can have a brief look at the loading screen. It will be brief, but I must remember to change the processing speed back down when it's actually loaded, else it'll be virtually unplayable. The game in question, of course, as you probably could tell, is Game Over 2. The loading screen to this game, I think, is phenomenal. And that's my personal opinion. Don't forget, all of today's show is about personal opinion, and it's not necessarily one you can agree with. Please leave something in the comments and tell me what your points of view are. I'm eager to reply to them, of course. Dynamic software, £8.95 it cost, and of course £12.95 if you used to buy the disc version. Presentation was given 60%, the graphics was only given 50%, playability was given 60%, addictive quality is 57%, so its overall rating, believe it or not, only got 60%. And I'm just going to pause it here a second. Right, I've stopped the AY music and taken down the processor speed to its normal, because at the start you get a good bleeper sound. So yeah, I've played this a lot back in the day. However, as time goes on, my silky skills at gaming go on too, and they're not quite as good. If you notice, bleeper sound always sounds louder out the next, or out of the Engo clone, because the bleeper coming out using the port onto a set of speakers is going to be a bit loud. I'm going to use the joystick, I think. Could use keys. I don't think you can define the keys. Can you define the keys? No. We're going to go joystick. I think the keys are QAOP and space, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me. Let's start the music and start the game. Return. Okay, so the first section you're basically going along, it's a side-scrolling shoot 'em up. But that is not the entire game, and I'm straight away, I've already got hit by one of the bullets. You can shoot the ships, but you can't shoot the bullets going along. You can definitely shoot the rocks. I do like the explosions, to be honest. You know, it's good to see a good explosion on the spectrum of when you actually destroy a ship. Pattern recognition game, of course, if you can remember which way, apart from this bit, I do think it's a bit random. You can move forwards and backwards, up and down, to a certain degree. They're going to go so far forwards, I think. It's quite a fast-moving shoot 'em up, to be honest. Scrolling's not bad at all, although it's not really able to scroll a lot yet. And now in the second zone, you get more of a landscape to avoid. This is where you could do with... Oh, I keep forgetting that they come from behind. Oh, I was away from you, surely. I've got to put the joystick down. Yeah, the ground spits out rocks, and then you'd have to be right up here for them to die. But as soon as they do move, make sure you duck out of the way. Keep getting hit by the same rock. I'm not going to do any better than that. Not while I'm recorded. If I wasn't recorded, not a problem at all. I'd probably get quite far. The next section, you're walking through the swamp. There is a walkthrough on YouTube, done by the usual people, of course. There's 2 people who do good walkthroughs that I have to watch all the time to remember how to play the game. So what did I think of this particular game? Well, back in 1988 in November, it got 60%, and I thought that was a tragically low score for such a good game. Personally, I would give that a 7.5 out of 10. Slightly better rating. 7.5 seems to be my sitting on the fence rating lately. But that was Game Over 2. So let's move on to the next game, which I haven't played, so you're going to have to bear with me. Fox Fights Back. Imagine Works, £8.99 was the price of the cassette back in that day, or £12.99 for the disc. Denton Designs are responsible for this one. Presentation was given 83%, oh that's reasonable. Graphics 83%, playability 86%, addictive qualities 82%, which... this is going well so far, isn't it? So its overall rating was 85%. Well, I expect a lot with that sort of rating. 5% away from being immortalised as a Crash Smash, but unfortunately 5% short is 5% short. Let's have a look to see if I can remember how to play this game, and indeed, whether I'm going to be any good at it. Well, I think we know the answer to that one, but nevertheless, we'll give it a go anyways. We'll have a look at the tab file, and of course we will wait at the loading screen. So if there's a loading screen, we'll get a brief look at that. Oh, that's your loading screen. And I think that's the game loading. Oh, we better pause this. Turn it up. Control selections include the keyboard, Kempston, Sinclair or cursor keys. And others have already got the Kempston plugged in. I think we'll go with that one. I'm not sure if there's any sound in the game, but we've got an AY sound at the start of the game, so it stands a good chance. Confirm. Confirm, yes or no? Yay? Yup. Oh, I get you. I think I should just run, don't you? Ah, I get to shoot. Wow. Now I can understand why it's got quite a high rate. Is that a... It takes a long time to fire, doesn't it? Sprites are nicely done now. I don't know if they're hitting me or not. Oh, I've actually lost a life. Okay, we've returned from that. Okay, so the idea of the game is you've got to collect these apples, because you've got to feed your missus in the fox den, and you can catch the chickens as well. Without dying preferably. Yeah, okay, let's get on with it, shall we? Oh, do we have an echo there? There we go. Keep going as far as you can, keep travelling as fast as you can. Sprites are really nice, I have to be honest. Oh, I'm going to die before I even got the third apple. I've got something else there though, haven't I? I've got no food, so I've got to get some food, haven't I? Squirrels do my head in. Well, for certainly, for sure. Understand it. What you got to do basically is you got to get the apples for him, at least get back down to the den. Let's press start again. Once you get down here, yeah, getting a right telling off there, ain't I? I've got the walkthrough on in the background. As you can hear, it's playing. I've got like Clash. You meant to catch these. I think I've got one so far. I've had enough of that game already. Okay. Well, I've tried a bit further, tried to play a bit longer. Alright, kill me. Good tune at the end of it when you die, by the way. I'll kill him. What do I think of the game? 85%, it was okay. I thought the other one was better in a way. Game over 2. I'm going to give this a 9. No, Let's give it 8 out of 10. Good tune at the end though, isn't it? That was The Fox Fights Back. Moving on. Still moving on. The next game is Mad Mix again, and this was given 82% presentation, graphics given 82%, playability was also given 86%, addictive quality is 82%, overall rating was also 85%. That's very similar to the first game we just played by US Gold or Turbo Softed, as it says on the screen there. We're going to use the tap file, and of course this would have cost you £7.99 or £12.99 on disc. Okay, so let's have a look at the game itself. Hopefully we'll get a loading screen. I must remember I've got to pause that because we do have sound on this. I think it's only bleeper though. Nice opening sequence. Oh look, me autofocus normally plays up about now. Timed that quite well. What is it? Well, it's another take on a Pac-Man game, to be quite honest. Without saying Pac-Man, you can see that's a rather evil-looking Pac-Man with some rather scared-looking ghosts. Now, in my day, ghosts were scary, and you'd be the one scared. In this game, it's the other way around. Not bad loading screen. Good bleeper sound. Just let it play out a bit. That's a stiff today. Bit of work gone into that bleeper sound, so I'm going to give it the full benefit here. Alright, we've heard enough. Okay, we can go for the demo mode, shall we? The game itself is playable. Quite a large size map. Monotone. Oh yeah, and he's trapped at the moment, so he gets it quite easy. So let's have a go. Let's have a go at the actual game itself. And I think we will redefine the old keys. I've got it in a foreign language, but I'm getting so used to loading these in the foreign languages now that I can go and know what they're all about. See, you do die when you hit the ghost, don't you? Interesting fade out though, isn't it? Don't think I'll ever actually get past one of these screens. Now he's a scared ghost, so surely I can eat him, yeah? Hey! Nice 400 points there for munching him up. Do they give much warning for when they're not scared? Is he still scared? Yeah, let's have a look. Oh no, it's changed. Run for it, Wayne. Oh! Darn! Yes, I'm ready. So it's best not to eat those power pills all like that. How big is this map? Right, he's following me, but he's have it in a minute. Goodbye. Thank you. Oh, that's good. If you're already active on one power pill, you won't eat another power pill. I like that idea. Does that? Oh, he's not scared of me anymore. But fortunately, he's turned off. Now I wonder if when he's scared of me, so but he's turned off. Okay. So we're sort of travelling between one screen back to the other side of the screen, but this time we've got a passageway that we actually go through. But we can't be far off finishing now, can we? Ah! I hate Pac-Man. I've always hated Pac-Man. I'm always getting chased and I don't like being chased. Oh, that's right. You go where I need to collect my pills, why don't you? Right. Have it. Bye, bye, American pie. Oh, look, they're all trapped. That's what the electric thing is there. You're dead. Don't change on me. You're dead. Munchies. I can see starting to shimmer a different colour, so I presume. Ah, I wonder if those are the last of the pills. Yes. We've got through a screen. Oh, this is all blocky. It's like an American city, all in it. Ah, one-way directions, eh? Ah, that's great. I wanted to eat him. Oh. What's that thing? Oh, once you've used the one-way direction, they disappear, look. So once you've munched them pills, you can go either way, that's good. Well, I'll tell you what, I quite like this game. That's going to push me down, which is going to push me across and around. It's a good job there's no ghost there, because you kind of get forced into it. Oh, hang on. I thought I had a power pill. He looked scared to me. Did he look scared to you? Quite good, isn't it? I like it. I think it's a very good take on Pac-Man. Very enjoyable. I like that bit, really. It's something different, isn't it? It's where it pushes you along. Oh, you're dead. You ate me before, so I'm eating you back. Excuse me. They're really easy to catch as well. Okay, I'm not going to play it all day. Let's give it a rating. What do I think of it? Well, that was originally given 85%. A 9 death sequence, so. That doesn't mean I'm going to give it a bad rating. Actually, I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10 because I think it's really good. And you ain't going to get much better of a Pac-Man game than that, surely, are you? Okay, so we've had a fair run from Commodore and we've had a fair run from Spectrum. But who's going to take it today as we go to see the next game I'm about to select for the Commodore versus Spectrum treatment? What is Commodore versus Spectrum? Well, if you've not seen my show before, it's where I take the same game that was released for both the Commodore as well as the Spectrum and see which version is the best. Do I prefer the Commodore version? Do I prefer the Spectrum version? At the moment, it's always been constantly neck and neck. Nobody's really pulled away. We had a period where Commodore pulled forward for quite a number, but then they was nipped back in slowly by a selection of Spectrum games that brought it back to a more level playing field. So, here we go. The game I'm going to choose today is a classic shoot 'em up. Right now we're loading the Commodore 64 version, which I'm going to show you the loading screen of first, because it has got a very nice loading screen indeed. Oh look, you've got the full view today, but don't worry, we'll soon fix that. We'll zoom in just so you can have a look at the logo. And of course I've not played the arcade game. I'm not comparing it to the arcade version either, because I didn't have the money to play arcade when I was that young, really. Right, there's the loading screen for the Commodore, and of course the Commodore with that great synth sound playing in the background while it was loading. Gave you a feel ready to play the game itself. Let's zoom in and get a nice big picture for you. I think that's big enough. I need to move myself forwards now. My zoom is just me pushing the table forwards. I imagine, of course, according to that, it's got 1988. Nice looking loading screen. Yeah. And a good loading tune while it loads. Which was, you know, a quirk of the Commodore, let's say, put it that way. But yeah, it certainly got you in the mood, ready for the game, and didn't keep you bored while it was loading the game. You was up for the action. But while that's loading, let's go and have a look at the Spectrum version. I think we'll try booting from the disc today. Number of lives. Oh, I like this. 1 to increase, 2 to decrease. Oh, I like it. During the game, Z drop throw bombs, X missiles. So ZX and missile are extra keys. Press enter to continue. Didn't know you could do that. That's why I like using the disc. There you go, Typhoon for the Spectrum. There's no real sound in the... oh, I better put the sound on actually. Plugged it in, have I? I haven't plugged it in. Oh, this is all going well. Feedback. Okay, so a little bit of information there for you. Think Daddy's AY sound. Took its time turning on, didn't it? Okay, so we know that we've got to use an X keyboard. I don't know if it's definable, but we're going to go for Kempston anyway, so I can hold the joystick there and play and look away. And press fire. Now I'm not very good at this, surprisingly enough, but I'll give it a good go, and I'll probably do epic fail as usual. Press fire. Oh. It's a bit slow on reacting, isn't it? Got there at last. So even though I pressed 4 for keyboard, so it's QAOP in space, so I didn't get to choose Kempston anyways. I've crashed already. This looks like you're flying through crowds, or you're actually flying directly down. You must be diving. So you must be diving for a reason. And avoid those rockets. Try and shoot some planes while you're doing it, which I've managed to do neither. Okay, you've got a set of rockets shooting. And I've got something right because something made a different noise. Oh, don't know how many hits I managed to get in there. I think I've got it. I think I've sunk the boat. Get ready. Okay, I'm ready. nice scrolling. Oh, there reminds me a bit of Exile on this. Oh, I've managed to drop some bombs somewhere. Could use a sprite. It's a very nicely coloured. That's a power up, isn't it? Oh. Have I run out of bullets? Yes. I've got missiles now. So there's the next boat, and I'm dying rapidly. Tell you what, let's have a look at the Commodore version, shall we? Got interference from the old Spectrum in the background there. Bit of information on the screen. Jonathan Dunn, I've seen that old special effects. I recognise that name. Okay. Put the joystick down, Wayne. I can't cheat on this one. I've got to actually play properly. And I can't fly either. Perhaps I need lessons from Hudson. How about this for a flight simulator, eh? Oh. I'm useless on the Commodore version. Oh, come on, that had disappeared off the screen, hadn't it, surely? There they are, I can see them now. Doing a bit better now. I almost look as if I know what I'm doing. Well, we've got to get to the ship. Oh, I'm doing rotten. Oh, come on. Don't start me again. Does it start from the very start? Or do I actually start off from where I finish? Ah! So this time the ship is actually 5 years on. Yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah. Do I start there? Please start. Yeah, I know. Right, there's a bonus of this. I've already got a judgment, I think. There's pluses and negatives to both games. This part of the game for the Commodore looks nice, slightly better than the Spectrum with all of those colours going on. Sorry about my autofocus playing up. There we go. It keeps going blank, so there's all those chances going to have no focus unless I stay alive. And the negative is when I got to the ship, it didn't look as good. So the actual ship on the Spectrum looks better. Bigger graphics on the Spectrum with the ship. I think you can just divide them. That's a heat-seeking missile, isn't it? Or homing missiles. See, I'm crashing into the planes. I keep thinking they're going to disappear, but I keep crashing into the planes. Which one do I prefer? It's a no-brainer really, isn't it? So, I have played them both and I've got quite far on pretty both of them, to be honest. I'm not going to continue this time. What do I think? Here comes my verdict. Turn down touch way. Okay. Couple of reasons. One, I love the loading screen. But the second one was the graphics are the usual blocky graphics. They're a bit sharper on the Spectrum, fair enough. That bit looked good, and the boat at the bottom was bigger and looked nicer. But when you're actually approaching the boat on the Commodore as you're diving down, the boat gradually gets bigger, where the Spectrum is stationary. And I just found that they were both pretty playable and pretty good to play. But I'd have to give it a few goes, doing a bit better on the Commodore version, then doing okay on the Spectrum version. I've come to the conclusion that, well, perhaps it's the Commodore version I preferred to play. Definitely with the sound, of course, playing through the game, gave it a bit more atmosphere, where the Spectrum didn't utilise its AY chip on the 128K version. I loaded the disc when I was a bit disappointed that there wasn't an AY sound similar to what the Commodore had done. Now that you've got the capability, why not use it? So that was the reason why I chose the Commodore today. So I've explained myself, and maybe you agree, maybe not. Hope you've enjoyed today's show. And of course, there is a revival event coming up. Not a revival event, not retro revival. There could be, I don't know. Who knows? But there's a gaming one in Blackpool on the 24th or 23rd and 24th of October. Book tickets. I will probably be attending that if I can move out. I want to go. It's been a while since we've been to an event. So that'll be good. Hope you enjoyed today's show. As always, it's been a pleasure trying to put a video for you to enjoy over the weekend, of course. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and it's great. So from me, Wayne Retro Robbins, all of you have a good working week or weekend depending on when you watch this video, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.